If you've been living under a rock, Microsoft have just won their lawsuit and are all ready to acquire one of the big titans of the games industry, Activision Blizzard. Warcraft, StarCraft, Diablo, Overwatch, Call of Duty, and more. It's a potentially killer list of game series that are going to be in the hands of Microsoft, and it's going to change the games industry massively going forward.
To wield so much power.
So Microsoft announced its intentions to acquire Activision Blizzard all the way back in early 2022, and since then they've been fighting the world for the very right to actually acquire Activision Blizzard, and they've only just recently been given the go-ahead. This is not entirely a bad thing, and I'll get into why, but if you play it exclusively on PlayStation, then I believe this Microsoft deal could end up sucking for you the most. There was a time where Blizzard were the kings of RPGs and even real-time strategy and PC gaming.
No king rules forever.
And now that crown and legacy passes to Microsoft.
You are unfit to wear this crown.
The console wars are reignited, but really, I see it a bit like Game of Thrones. This war doesn't matter, there's a much bigger threat coming to destroy us all. As in, these console wars don't matter, there's a far larger evil out there. Mobile games. Hey, I'm trying to grow the channel, I'm trying to reach 10,000 subs, so if you can help with any likes or subs, that would be an amazing help. Lots of RPG related content to come. Thanks. I will say for Microsoft, at the very least they don't just bring their games exclusively to Xbox, but they'll also launch games at the same time on PC. Well, I suppose most of us are running Microsoft Windows on PC, so there is some incentive for Microsoft there. But Microsoft have made a deal with PlayStation to keep Call of Duty games coming to PlayStation for the next 10 years. And Microsoft also promised to bring Call of Duty to the Nintendo Switch. It's going to be a bit funny launching Call of Duty on the PlayStation and seeing the Xbox Studios splash screen on a PlayStation. Actually, I guess that already happens with Minecraft. I wouldn't know I play that on PC. So yeah, PlayStation will still have Call of Duty for at least the next 10 years. But I wouldn't be surprised if Call of Duty on PlayStation might be an inferior experience. Or maybe Call of Duty content doesn't come to the PlayStation as fast as the Xbox, we'll have to see. So I'll give my stance on this. Blizzard used to be my favourite game developers. Then the second they merged with Activision and became Activision Blizzard, there was a sudden change in philosophy of their games and how they make money. Activision Blizzard aren't afraid to treat their players like pay pigs, and as far as I'm concerned, a lot of my favourite Blizzard game franchises are shadows of their former selves. I mean, just recently they cancelled the promised main feature of Overwatch 2, which didn't go down well with the community. And there's been so much drama around Blizzard lately, from disgusting developers to the company itself laying off thousands of workers, whilst in the same year making record profits. I've actually reached the point where I don't mind if Blizzard are taken over by Microsoft, because as far as I'm concerned, my once favourite game developers couldn't get any worse, and there's a chance things might get better under Microsoft. Hey, if they end up including a World of Warcraft subscription as part of your Game Pass subscription, that is going to be a killer massive move. I think that would even be a big incentive for me to return to World of Warcraft. And there have been small hints of a console version of World of Warcraft with new systems and controller support being added in. Maybe Microsoft will bring WoW to Xbox. Hell, Microsoft now have the opportunity to resurrect some of Activision or Blizzard's old IPs, like Guitar Hero or StarCraft. I think there's a lot of potential for a console version of StarCraft 2 to come to Xbox. Microsoft's Age of Empires studios have done a stellar job on the console versions of Age of Empires. Maybe they could assist with bringing StarCraft to consoles.
Hell, it's about time.
When I look at other games under Microsoft like more recent Halos and Gears of War, I see so much monetization in these full-price games. And part of me is worried that Microsoft are just going to be as bad as Activision Blizzard, but we'll have to see.
We all make mistakes.
And in retaliation, we've seen Sony acquire game studios like Bungie, and I pray that Bungie don't go exclusive to PlayStation and still bring their games to PC going forward. A lot of people are wanting Sony to acquire Square Enix, and I hope that doesn't happen. I see a lot of the exclusivity as a bad thing. For me, it's just more of a special case with Blizzard because they're in a really bad place.
Is that everything?
It is going to be really interesting seeing where the games industry goes from here. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of Microsoft acquiring Activision Blizzard? Are you hopeful, or is this a terrible development? Let me know in the comments and I'll try to read and reply to everything. Thanks for watching and peace.